Okay, now we are on to the next prep for this week. I am making a marinade for our chicken, and it is just 1/4 cup of olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic, and 5 tablespoons of lemon juice, but I also need the lemon juice for something else I've got for my rice. So that is it. So right now what I'm going to do is just trim up this chicken. As you can see, it needs some trimming. And I just can't tell you how much I just love Manager Special. I love getting my chicken for a cheaper price and just cook it up that day or freeze it, whatever you want to do, and then you can have it later. And that's a great way to save money. All right, I just trimmed up my chicken. I just smashed my garlic so that I can take the skin off super easy. And now it's time to crush it up. And I'll put it in this little bowl right here. Should have done that beforehand, but it shouldn't take long. Now I've got these pieces here. Throw this one in. Same old dealio. And done. Done. Well, I trimmed up the chicken, and I have cut the chicken in probably about 1-inch square pieces so that it will it's started to rain, so we're not going to put this on the grill. So I'm going to cook this in the Breville with my grill pan. A little faking out. So I'm going to slice up my lemons and get my juice here in this little pan. So in our little handy dandy lemon juicer. That's 1, 2. This has a lot of juice in it. I'm going to do the same with this lemon. This rolling technique helps get the juices ready. Honestly, I don't know if that's true. I just heard it. All right, this marinade is pretty easy. I think the most challenging thing was to do the lovely lemons. This is some oregano. I'm just picking some leaves off. You can use dried oregano, but I have this in the backyard, so I figured, hey, why not? The recipe I have calls for dried oregano, so this is kind of easy to strip. See? To strip the leaves off the stem. The first time I used oregano, I did not know that the stem was so hard and woody. So I cut this up and put it in my dish. It was not good. Don't use the stem. So I'm just going to pick some more stem and just slide it down. Pick another one and slide it down. Oops. We are going to put the chicken in to marinate for about 2 hours. It seems like everything is 2 hours. But these hold it for me. and they go up, whoa, whoa, which is great. It's very versatile. I love it. I don't know how I got along without it. So I'm going to start by putting all of our ingredients in. Let me start with the lovely lemon juice, since 1, 2, 3. That doesn't seem like much, does it? So then we're going to put this in. That is our olive oil. There is our garlic. And there is our oregano. And I'm going to mix our ingredients up in our lovely bag. There we go. Kind of looks like a lovely salad dressing, don't you think? Oh, I'm sorry, a vinaigrette. I guess you would need some vinegar for a vinaigrette. There we go. Now it's time to put our chicken into the bag. And if I was a good, person, I'd be doing this with tongs, but I'm trying to do this kind of quickly. So I'm going to throw these babies in, like, with my hands. Sorry. And then I will wash them. Whoops. There we go. Be right back. Gotta go wash my hands. Alright, so I have my marinade in my baggie. Right now I'm just mixing up our chicken and the marinade so I can make sure that all of our pieces get some sort of coating on it. And then I'm going to try to get as much air out of it as possible and zip it up. And then in a few hours, presto, it'll be time to make some chicken. There we go. There's our chicken. Voila. So now it's time to make the grain for this week. And the grain that we are using for today is going to be brown rice. You've seen me cook with basmati rice, which is my favorite, but it is a white rice and we're trying to go a little bit more healthy. So we are using a brown rice. And today we are going to use 2 cups of brown rice, 2.5 cups of water. We're going to use some parsley, olive oil, pepper, and 2 tablespoons of that lemon juice I made just a while ago. And then we're going to cook it up. And then after that, we're pretty much almost done with all of our prep work. Okay, here we are. We are getting started with our rice. We have 2 cups of rice, brown rice right in here. So I'm going to pour that on in. And then I need to put 2.5 cups of water. I just use vegetable stock, chicken stock, whatever stock you want. I'm using water just because I'm going to try this recipe out. Now, you can put it in now. Actually, you need to put some oil in there or butter in there. But you can put it in now. But I'm just going to go ahead and put all the spices in so it can infuse with the water and the rice so it cooks all together. Towards the end, well, at the end of this, when it's finished cooking, I am going to put Parmesan cheese in it. You know, sometimes rice is a little bland. It needs a little something something. Oops. Now, after I've done the olive oil, I'm going to put some, this is look how much juice I got from those lemons. It's like, oh, it filled this whole jar up. So I'm going to 2 tablespoons. That's going to give us some lemony rice to go along with our lemony chicken. And now I'm going to add, I have a 3/4 of a teaspoon of parsley. I have 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and I have 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to throw that all in there. And I'm going to get my little paddle here and mix it all up. Now our rice is ready to cook. There, parsley right there. So hello my friends, we are back in my kitchen. My rice is done, my chicken is done. I made some asparagus, roasted it in the Breville. I cooked my chicken in the Breville. I baked it at 415 for 15 minutes and then roasted it for 10 after I flipped them over. So this is dinner. And then I'm going to show you some other ways that I'm going to make it. Along with dinner, I have some tzatziki sauce that I'm going to put on the plate, and then you can have it to accompany your dinner. So you can mix it with, I like it with the chicken, and actually I like it with chicken and the rice, but it's a good accompaniment to the lemon in the chicken. One more thing. When I took my rice out of the rice cooker, you remember I had all that juice left over? I went ahead and poured some of that lemon juice on top of the rice and mixed it in because it just wasn't lemony enough for me. It needed more lemon juice in it. So just giving you a heads up there. All right, I'm going to show you another meal that we can make with this that I'm going to have for lunches, since we are kind of doing a little preppy thing going along here. We had our dinner, now we have our leftovers. So I'm going to make 2 lunches with our leftovers. One is kind of like a rice green bowl, and the other is going to be just a salad, which is kind of like a given. Everyone can think of that. But what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to start with putting my rice. Your rice, I've went ahead, my rice is warm. So you put your rice in, because you're just filling up your grain as much as you want. I probably have this much. So now I'm going to add some tomatoes. They're going to add some color, because right now everything is pretty much white. So just add a few tomatoes. Now the tomatoes are cold, obviously. And then I'm going to add some, remember I had asparagus. I'm going to add some asparagus. Now I probably should be chopping this up, but I'm showing you real quick what it's going to look like. But I normally would cut up my asparagus, so it wouldn't be so hard to eat. And then you're going to add some chicken. Again, this is from our first meal that we had. And now I made the tzatziki sauce, and I also make pesto for a week. So the pesto I put on pizza and anything Italian I use my pesto for. So I mixed up some pesto along with the tzatziki sauce. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pesto sauce in, and I'm just going to combine it all up mix it up, and then you have a beautiful, colorful lunch with your grain, your protein, your vegetables. You're good to go. It's a nice, healthy lunch to have, and it won't make you tired in the afternoon, like if you're having something heavy. All right, the next dish I'm going to show you is I make a salad every Sunday, and it's usually a spring mixture with broccoli, cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, that kind of stuff in it. And sometimes I put olives in it, feta cheese. It kind of varies. So since I made this as like my chicken for the week, I got a small sampling, and I'm gonna make my lunch. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in my chicken, and now I have a nice little lunch that has a chicken in it. It's gonna be great. So also you can use your tzatziki sauce if you want to mix it up with, or I'm going to use a vinaigrette that I have made previously. So that's the next meal, and I hope you've enjoyed all these different meals. See you next time.